just had the most amazing week there in New York. Had about 20 meetings with museums, schools, libraries, anyone that has after-school groups of kids 8 to 12. And the amazing thing was that the response from everywhere, from low-income areas to the rich schools, across the board, the response was positive. People were desperate to get testing with the game, and it led to a third and final iteration of the card and online game. It's about creative approaches to science and tech with the age group. We have daily missions coming from science and tech professionals on the website. It inspires them, they get it's confidence building. And it also is a more flexible architecture which can latch on to pre-existing after-school projects around the world. So it was very exciting. Made connections with places like the 92nd Street Y, which is a hugely prestigious organization for after-school groups, probably one of the most important ones in the US, maybe even the world. American Museum of Natural History, which of course is huge, Queen's Library in Jamaica, Queens, who are absolutely wonderful, and Scarsdale, all the way through the other end of the spectrum, Scarsdale Middle School, who was a school from a very wealthy school. Kids got no time for after-school projects, but they were interested in including our project in their curricula, which is very exciting. There was potential language, educational aspects to it, and all sorts of surprising things came up. So it was a wonderful week, hugely inspirational. I had some great chats with Veronique Pittman and lots of people who are going to get the prototype in the hands of the right people when we have a test package of this third and final prototype version. We're hoping to have that in 2 months, 2 to 3 months, which is great. So I'll be back in New York in January for a good long time to aggregate groups there. I now have a week. I'm sure I've gone over my 2-minute limit, but anyway, just to wrap it up, I got a week here in Sao Paulo to go to the schools that we were testing with, the school groups or after-school groups we were testing with before, check out what the kids are doing. They've already been sending some cool stuff in, so I know that they're still enjoying that original game. Introduce them to our new version of the game, get a few more groups of people excited and ready to create, ready for this big test year next year, 2009, where we will prove the concept of connecting the kids groups here in Sao Paulo with kids groups in New York. And I'll be spending most of next year bouncing back between New York and Sao Paulo. So that's the goal. I got a week and then I go film Survivor, which helps pay for all this until the next year's testing becomes a fantastically successful pitch and we get loads of investment and funding, which I'm very confident in. And at some point later in the year, I will probably go to Mumbai and we may bring in that third leg, depending on how we're going. But for now, we're on target and I'm very excited about that. We're completely on target for our 2010 beta rollout, and I will be keeping you posted. So I'll be keeping you up to date in the coming weeks with a few more vlog posts. I hope everyone enjoys it, and for now, see ya!